My mom wants me to forgive the man who assaulted me and let him go near me and my child unsupervised. I was assaulted by my husband's best friend Jack when I was 16, but that wasn't even the worst part. You see, my mother never liked my husband, but she absolutely loved Jack. He came from a great family with a great reputation, so when Jack had his way with me, my mom never believed me when I told her. To pour salt in the wound, Jack's mom was also my mom's boss, and I knew that played a big part in my mom not believing me, but I refused to stay silent. I went to the authorities despite my mom begging me not to. While I was waiting for trial, I moved in with my boyfriend, now husband, and his parents because my mom got so hostile with me at home. That's when things turned bad though. While at my boyfriend's, I found out I was pregnant. I knew it wasn't my boyfriend's either, because we were never intimate and I was never with anyone like that beforehand. Fast forward 5 months to the end of trial. Jack admitted to the charges and ended up taking a plea deal and got no jail time. The only caveat was he never had the right to see my daughter. She was born 9 months later, and the day that happened, my mother asked me to move back home and said sorry for everything she did. I knew it was fishy, but she was my mom, so I decided to forgive her. Big mistake. But not at first. The first year was peaceful. My mom apologized to me, was the perfect grandmother, cooked us dinner, the works. But then 1 year later, everything changed. But not because my mother changed. You see, I went to college a few hours away, and my mom had retired early to watch my daughter while I went to college. During the week, I stayed on campus and went home on the weekends. Well, one day we had a big snowstorm. Huge. And my Thursday and Friday classes were canceled, so I went home early without telling my mom to surprise her. And guess who was in the kitchen when I walked in? Jack's mom, my mom, and Jack. Jack was also holding Emma, my daughter, when I walked in. They were surprised to say the least, and I started flipping out and grabbed my daughter and packed a bag with her stuff. My mother and Jack's mother were pleading with me to not leave while I was packing. When I went to leave, my mom was crying, now begging me to forgive her. I said I would never forgive her and went to walk out. On my way out, Jack grabbed my arm and said I should be nicer to my mother. My mother called me hundreds of times, but I never answered her. I left to get an apartment with my husband and daughter. I also got a babysitter for when I was in class. A week after this incident, my mother put over $100,000 in my bank account to buy me over or get me to talk to her. I didn't even know where she got that money from. My younger sister got married years after this happened, and I had to interact with my mom again. I had to be civil with her as she asked about Emma, who she hadn't seen in 10 years, my son Tyler, and my current pregnancy. She told me how she wanted to fix things with me and see her grandkids before she eventually dies. She even claimed she always believed me about the assault. She just didn't want to be fired. I asked her if she still hangs out with Jack's mother. She said sometimes, but mostly at church. I left the conversation at that. I was mad because on top of allowing Jack to see my daughter, she hangs out with a woman who went around town telling everyone that I was a lying slut, that Jack hadn't taken advantage of me, and we actually slept together. And I felt guilty about it and lied saying he assaulted me. When I got home, I was mad off and just needed to cool down. I thought a lot that night about what happened, and the next day I made the decision to call my mom for the first time in 10 years. I wanted to talk to her more and see if we could move forward from what happened, and see if I could forgive her. The conversation went well at first. We were talking about current things in our life, but then the conversation turned to church, which led to her talking about Jack. She felt the need to inform me how much my daughter looks like his other kids, because apparently I'm supposed to care. I told her I did not want to talk about him, but she continued. She said he's a better person now and feels terrible for what he did, and how I should forgive him because it happened so long ago. You should be over it by now, she said. I got mad. My mother has never heard about what happened from me. She only ever listened to his story about what happened. So I told her what happened, what really happened, and how her talking about the man who assaulted me will make me have zero respect for her. I told her to never call me, to keep our relationship the way it's been for the last years because she is never going to change. I ended with telling her I would never bring any of my